Hello, Gemini. You are the last sign for the readings for February. Um, Sorry about my appearance. I'm all jacked up. My hair is all jacked up today. I'm wearing my big comfy sweater. Kids are home on a snow day. The animals are coming in and out of the room. Mindy, what are you doing? Hi, Mindy. Hi, Mindy. Hi, sweetheart. Mom's dog. My mom's staying with me to help me out because I hurt my back and may have to have surgery. Um, I just started this channel this month, so it's been a little crazy, but I'm going to try to close this door here. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Things have been kind of hectic, kind of crazy. I'm dealing with probably some allergies or something. I might be getting a cold. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of itchy. Been sneezing a lot today. Anyway, so you guys are the last in the readings for February. I am focusing on love. So we're going to focus on the past, current energies, blockages or fears, and then any messages coming out. These readings are a little longer than a standard reading. And they've been pretty intense, actually. And I think it's just because people are more focused on their relationships during the month of February. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, I would check your rising and moon signs. If you don't know what those are, you can get online and type in your birth date and time of birth and where you were born, and it will generate your rising and moon sign. So if the sun sign reading doesn't really resonate, I would check those signs because I do sun, moon, and rising only. But yeah, so we're going to focus on past, current, blockages, and messages. So we will be using, just like the other readings, the Justice League Tarot for your general energy and readings, the Tarot of Sexual Magic for the person that you're dealing with, and I have gone back to using the Haunted House Tarot. I had to take a break from it after the Cancer reading, but I did gravitate back to it today. I'm not sure why, but I felt like I needed to, so I went ahead and did that. So without further ado, I am going to lower the camera here so that you can see my shuffle and the table. The sweater is so big. It's all puffy and makes me look really fat, but that's okay. I gotta adjust though. My stuff's all scrunched up and whatnot. Anyway, so I'm going to focus on the past energies. So anything that happened in the past leading up to today, February 7th, I believe. Let's also pick up any of the conflict or issues that were happening prior to today. So we're focusing on Gemini. Past energies for Gemini. Past energies for Gemini. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, past energies for Gemini. This one, the Four of Wands. This is coming up quite a bit. We're dealing with families and friendships and our security and our stability. It looks like we've got a very supportive group of people around you right now, which is good. Could be dealing with an Aries. Weddings. Kind of looks like a wedding reception. Somebody may be getting married. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So we might be struggling to work with a group of people, might be struggling to work with family. We have the Judgment reversed. Somebody may think that you're making a bad judgment. The Two of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. So there is a conflict happening here, and it's kind of in the forefront. And it looks like it may be in regards to family. There could be a wedding happening. Maybe parents or family or friends don't agree with the choices that you're making in regards to who your partner is. That kind of energy is kind of coming through. We have Two of Swords. We're kind of stuck in our head and we're refusing to see that a decision needs to be reached. But this looks like somebody, you or someone else, thinks that there's a bad judgment being made and we're not working together to resolve it. But I do see security and stability here with the Four of Wands. And again, I'm kind of feeling a wedding. There is some fighting happening with this Seven of Wands. Past energies for the person that Gemini is dealing with. So you could be dealing with an Aries or just a family, a wedding. Someone's not happy with it, or somebody's having a hard time making a choice, maybe accepting a proposal. But I get the feeling that either you or someone around you feels like you're making a bad judgment, like you're making a bad decision, and they really want you to think about it before you make a choice. I'm not seeing it, but you could have two parties that are approaching you in love, and you don't know what to do with it. That's kind of crazy. There's been a lot of third-party energy, though, in the reading, so I'm not sure. I'm not seeing third-party at the moment, but there's been a lot of third-party energy. I think it's a wedding. Someone may be struggling to plan their wedding. All right, we have the Five of Cups here. This is kind of clinging to the past. You got this guy down here, and he's like professing his undying love, and she's kind of clinging to the past, refusing to see what's in front of her. But it did come up in the reverse. So we're no, this person or you is no longer in that place, in that emotional state. This person could have been hurt in the past. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. So in the upright, this is kind of wanting more than what's in front of you. Like you want that big cup of love, or they do. But again, it's in the reverse. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. On their side, I'm pulling mostly cups, which is definitely relationship and heart matters. They could still be like upset. Maybe you're proposing and they need to make a decision. Or maybe they wanted you to propose and you didn't. I don't know. There's something like that here. We have the High Priestess in reverse. So this is secret feelings, secrets, knowledge coming out about a situation. We're no longer refusing to see what's in front of us, or they are. And you're still kind of in this zone of not being able to make a decision. And they were clinging to someone or something emotional from the past, but it looks like they're moving past that. And that's coming out. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Usually this is a new beginning. A hot, fiery new beginning. And in this card, she's pregnant. I get the feeling that somebody may be having fertility issues. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. The need to release a burden and, get that weight off our shoulders kind of vibes for them. So whatever's happening is weighing on them heavily, or it's weighing on you heavily. If you're not dealing with anybody in love, this could be just the way you're feeling. Like you're stable and secure, but maybe you missed out on love. Like there was an opportunity with someone and you feel like you missed it because you weren't paying attention. And they moved on. Like they moved on to dating someone else or something along those lines. So this deck, we're picking up on the mutual energies between you and this other person if you're dealing with another person. What do we got, Gemini? What do we have? This one. The Ten of Cups. Somebody's wanting that happy ending. And like I said here, it's a marriage. So if you look, she's wearing the long white gown. It's the happy family, happy marriage, happy life. It's interesting energy for me out there. And that's coming out right on top of that Four of Wands. So you might have proposed, or somebody might have proposed to you. We're waiting on news. Like, messages aren't getting through. We're waiting for somebody to communicate. It's delayed. I'm wondering if you propose to somebody because you feel like they are your person, and your family is saying, I don't know, you don't really approve, and you're kind of in your head about it, and you're waiting for their response. You're waiting for them to come out with whatever it is as to why they're feeling like they don't want to move forward. But I do see happiness and security and stability here, but it could be, the Ten of Cups, it could be illusions, the illusion of happiness. That's not really what I'm feeling. So on top of this, Judgment in reversed and the High Priestess reversed, like, this is a huge decision. This is like life-altering change, and you're waiting for, either they're waiting for you to get out of this Eight of Swords energy, like get out of your head about something and move forward, or you're waiting on them. You're waiting on the information to come from them. But it's coming out. Whatever is keeping them from making the choice is coming out. It's just, I don't think that you're going to be very happy with their response. Yeah. We have, I'm going to show it to you in the upright. We have the Death card here, but it is in the reverse. So I think that whoever this person is kind of clinging to the past, or clinging to a past relationship, or they might be clinging to a past hurt that you may have caused. I don't really feel that here, though. We're no longer working with someone, and there was some judgment in regards to the situation, and we're coming out of our heads, and this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, but we also have Scorpio energy coming out, and I was pulling water, so you may be dealing with a Scorpio, but this is the need for a transformation, but we're not moving forward. You're in your head, and they're not seeing it. I don't know. It's important to say. Maybe that's specific for someone, but they're not seeing it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So we're no longer working towards that goal. In the upright, this is, building towards something. Getting ready to reap the rewards from the hard work that we're putting in. But it is in the reverse. So someone stopped working towards the relationship. There could be happiness here, though, but it could be the facade of happiness. They were kind of putting on a show, or putting up a front with how much they care. So that's a possibility, too. But I'm still getting that message, like somebody's missing it. Especially with that Eight of Wands, it's like delays in communication, and maybe they're just missing what's actually being said. I don't know why I'm hearing this or feeling this, but it could be an arranged marriage, and the other person is just not okay with it. The Ace of Pentacles, it is in the reverse. So that's in the upright. That's a practical new beginning. Like, we're working towards a new job. We're working towards something that's going to provide security and stability. But in the reverse, we don't have that. We have the Knight of Cups also in reverse. So that's like, there was an offer of love at some point, and now you're withdrawing it, or you're hoping for that offer of love, and it's not coming. Or they're not ready. It looks like you're wanting to build something stable with this other person. It's just not coming. The Page of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who's very upset. This is a Gemini card for me. That's some really like lashing out, throwing tantrums, like harsh communication, accusations coming out there with this in the reverse. Like it could be very hurtful. And that is your energy, Gemini. Wow, the Ace of Wands in reverse. We are definitely not moving forward. We had it showing up in the reverse for this other party that you're dealing with in the past, and we're right now looking at the current energies. Maybe you're sensing that they're not ready to move forward. Maybe you're just happy being alone. I'm kind of getting that because we did have the Four of Wands in the past, but it was in the upright. I was very happy, but everything leading into the current energies is saying that you're not ready for love. So they might have been the one to propose and you kind of broke their heart because you're not communicating what it is that you're actually feeling. And they're kind of lingering in that past energy of waiting. And they're kind of heartbroken. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. We did have Pentacles coming out. Or Scorpio. The past energies too is not just the need for a transformation. Something could have happened. Like they maybe proposed in November and you told them no. I'm kind of getting that vibe as well. Like they want that stability, that happy life, that 10 of Cups. But it's just not there. I want to pull one more for Gemini's energy. This is pretty complex. There it is. The Moon. So you're hiding how you're feeling. There's no new beginning here. You're withdrawing love for some reason. You're not seeing a new beginning happening. And you're being very secretive about why this is happening. Like, it sparked an argument. Maybe you felt hurt or betrayed. And we have the Tower. Here it is. So I was saying there was a need for that transformation happening in that past energy. But it was, somebody was reluctant to see that the transformation needed to happen. So I think that universe is stepping in. It's like, it's time to break this down to the foundation. And maybe that's why we got the Four of Wands in the past energies, is that the Four of Wands is our foundation on which we build our lives on. And it's supposed to be secure and stable, but here it is, universe stepping in saying, nope, we're going to shake this down to the very bottom, and you're going to have to rebuild. So it's kind of chaotic, too. It's the Joker there on the Tower card. And that's a Scorpio card as well. So, again, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Or again, something happened within Scorpio season. You proposed, they proposed. I'm thinking it was probably them who proposed, and you said no, and boom, like Tower hit, and they're refusing to see that the transformation needs to happen. They need to let go, maybe walk away, but they see that there's no hope to move forward. So, because it's also reflecting in your current energy, like no. Like, this is, like, complete standstill for me, and we've gone within, like, we're not talking about it. We are not talking about it. Gemini is not talking about it. Which is kind of strange, because, like, we have an argumentative card here. Like, we lashed out at some point, or there's a big argument brewing. But I still see, like, Gemini is withdrawn. Air signs are thinkers. Like, they think everything through, and so they're in their heads a lot. But when they communicate, usually if they're in the upright, they're speaking from a just place, and a true place. And whether it's like true for the whole party, like they speak their truth is what I want to say. But with the reverse here, we're not doing that, and we might just be angry. And letting that anger show. Oh, the puppies are chasing the cat. Yeah, we have justice in reverse for them. So they feel like whatever decision was made or communication that happened, that it wasn't justified or it's not balanced. That is the card of Libra. You may have this in your chart. They may have that in their chart. They could be a Libra. They could be a Scorpio. They could have both in their chart. They could also be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, because of the Cups cards coming out. But they feel like it was unfair. Something was very unfair to them. Current energies. We're going to keep going here with the reading. There it is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we have the Death card in reverse. They still don't want to see it. They don't want to walk away from the situation. We do have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. That's marriages, proposals, that type of thing. This card kind of to me in this deck is third party because there's 3 depicted on the card. But that could also be like a non-traditional kind of connection too. Well, in the upright it's usually traditional, but I don't know. They are clinging to you, to this situation. Like they feel like it was very one-sided, very unfair. And they're kind of stuck in limbo. We have the Hanged Man here, so they're kind of stuck in limbo, and they need to see things from a new perspective. And you're telling them, like, no, I don't want that. Like, this isn't the life I want. But they feel like it's very unfair. Like, you're not giving them a chance to show you that they can give you that stable, secure life. And maybe, you know, this is a friend that like came out of the woodworks and surprise, I love you, I want to be with you. And you're just like, no, I don't see you that way. But Gemini's pulling away and withdrawing. Yeah, we have the 2 of Pentacles in the upright. There it is. 2 of Pentacles is juggling. So we're going back and forth in this energy of do I, don't I, or juggling people, juggling emotions. Yeah. I think that this card represents you, and it's in the reverse. This is how they're seeing Gemini. And they feel like they've been unfairly treated, and it could definitely be a Scorpio, because we had a lot of Scorpio energy coming out with the Tower. We had Death reversed, and we're also having Death reversed show up again in their current energies. So this person is juggling their emotions, their thoughts. They're going back and forth on the situation. Yep, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. So they can see that you're hurt. Like the 6 of Pentacles is usually meeting in the middle, but you see she's sitting here and she's depressed and upset, and the guy in the background there is like, what do I do? So they're not understanding why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, and you're not really communicating. Like you're like, leave me alone, but you're not communicating as to why you don't want to move on with them. At the bottom of the deck, sorry, we have the 8 of Swords reversed. So that's the need to come out of that energy. Like we had the 8 of Swords, I think, in reverse too. We're coming out of that mentally stuck energy, and maybe you are finally going to come out with it, but it's going to come out really harsh. I'm still seeing we're not quite there yet. Let's look at the mutual energies between Gemini and the person that they're dealing with. Yeah. Okay, we have the Star card in reverse. This has come up for all air signs. And I don't know if it's just because it's coming out because we're still in Aquarius season, but this is dreams not coming true. We are not reaching that goal. We are begging, pleading, hoping, wishing for something to happen, but it's just not going to happen. I really have a stopped energy here with Gemini. Somebody may be approaching you. I love you, don't leave me, don't leave me. They could be very super clingy. They could have Scorpio in their chart. They could have water and just water in their chart in general. I think that something happened during the time frame of Scorpio because we have it coming up so much, so it may not be a Scorpio. We do have a lot of pentacles that had come out, like, and I think, and we have the Empress reversed at the bottom of the deck, and that could be Taurus. And again, in the upright, this could be childbirth or pregnancy. Yeah. But I'm not seeing, like, somebody's hoping, wishing, praying, but that is just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Gemini is ready to walk away, and this other person is just clinging. And for some reason, I'm gonna say it's either a Capricorn or an Aries. And I don't know why I'm feeling Aries, because I'm not getting Aries, but I'm hearing Aries, so I have to put it out there. But we're going to keep looking at the mutual energy. And this is where you guys are meeting in the middle in this current energy, in this current situation. And we're still not seeing eye to eye. Gemini is feeling very stopped. Like, they don't want the connection anymore. They just want to be left alone. And no matter how much you scream and yell, like, this person keeps pushing forward, and you're like, I don't love you anymore, or I don't love you like that. I see you as a friend. And there may be an age difference here too. Like, and we do have Cups energy still here. Like, the person might be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And remember that our moon signs tend to reflect where we are in our heart space. So it's our relationships, our connections, friends, family, what have you. But you could definitely be dealing with a water sign. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Wands coming out. This is, again, we're battling. We're fighting. We're fighting about it. You're like, just leave me alone. Like, that's what I hear. Just leave me alone. And this person may feel like super connected to you. I don't know. Like, they feel super emotional to me and out of their element. And there could be an age difference too. I'm saying that there might be an age difference between you and them. They may be older. Yep, that's Capricorn. It's an older Capricorn male that Gemini is dealing with. And I'm going to go ahead and say male here. Just, I don't know, I'm just feeling it. I usually don't assign gender. Could be a female too that embodies that King of Pentacles, and they're like, I want to give you a stable life. I want to give you your dreams. I want to give you your dreams. But Gemini's like, hell no. Like, leave me alone. And this could be, this male, this Capricorn male could be kind of stalking you. Like, everywhere you go, they're there, or they're constantly messaging, and you're like ignoring them. And that could be that Eight of Wands reverse. Like, you're ignoring the messages coming in because you don't want to deal with this person. Because I don't see an actual, wow, we got two coming out. We got the Moon coming out again. And the Ace of Cups. Oh, jeez. And we have the Ace of Swords coming out. If you notice in this Ace of Swords, this is a very non-traditional deck. She is cutting herself. Anyway. So we still have the Moon coming out. Like, Gemini, you don't want to explain. I think you don't want to explain why it's over. Like, well, you're done. I'm done talking about it. I want to move on. So you're being very secretive in your emotions. You want a new beginning, just not with this Capricorn male. I think the age difference is probably a problem for you. They're wanting something that you don't because you're not at that stage. Like, I feel like a big age difference, though, happening here because you're coming up as the page or the knight, and he's coming up as the king. And this could be same-sex partnerships. This could be male, female. It doesn't really matter. But it is a very masculine energy that is coming through on that Capricorn card. And I'm getting a very young energy coming from Gemini. So there's an age difference. I want to say like at least 15 years or more. Yeah. I want to say like there's a big age difference. Communication needs to happen, but Gemini's like, fuck no. I'm done talking. But they're still like pushing, begging, and pleading. This is interesting. Get that admiring from afar, like look but don't touch kind of vibe. That's what I'm getting with that Two of Pentacles, and I'm not sure why it's look, don't touch, but Gemini is very withdrawn. They don't want any part of it. None. Nothing. Let's look at the blockages for Gemini in this current situation for February 2019. The blockages. First card coming out, the Damn Tower. That is insane. Okay, so it was just at the bottom of the deck. And again, there's something explosive could have happened back in November time frame. But there's a big need for a change. I get the feeling like if this person keeps pushing, you're like going to lose your shit and just come out with it, and it's going to be super harsh, and you're going to hurt them. It's going to shake up their world. And I'm a little worried about that with that emotional energy that we're seeing in the past for them. Like, maybe they battle with depression as is. Okay, the Nine of Wands. Gemini is still feeling like they need to stand their ground, be on guard, and protect themselves in regards to this big transformation that's happening. We're also getting the Fool card. The Fool card is Aries, and I did say Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries that has Capricorn in their chart, or Capricorn and like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And they could be embodying all three of these elements, but this is definitely a desire to not move forward with this Aries, Capricorn, water sign person. Like, there's a desire, you feel like you have to be on guard. Maybe they're just showing up in places where you are, or they're constantly messaging, text messaging back and forth, and you're just ignoring those messages with that Eight of Wands reversed. And you're like, no, boom, we're done. Like, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I'm not moving forward with you at all. Like, I'm going a different direction. That's what I'm getting. Felt the need to shuffle them. Okay. Final card coming out for Gemini. No, that's too many. Okay. Hold on. I've lost control. Maybe you're about to lose control. Like, that's pretty crazy. I can't hold on to the cards. They're falling out everywhere. Current blockages or fears for Gemini for the month of February 2019. Blockages or fears. I think this is like a huge change for Gemini. Like, I think Gemini is going to finally stand up for themselves in this situation. Yep. Knight of Swords in reverse. This is total air sign energy. This is Gemini's energy, definitely for me. Like, it's gonna come out. Like, fine, you want to hear what I have to say? Here's what I have to say. Go fuck yourself. I don't want you. I don't want this. That's, ooh. Sorry about the cursing, but that's like what I'm hearing. And the Five of Pentacles, feeling alone, and that is that Capricorn energy right there. Capricorn's feeling alone, left out, hurt. What is behind that? Huh, and the King of Pentacles is behind that. What did I just say? Capricorn is feeling like, I want to provide you security and stability. I am this stable person, but I think inside they're really not. I think they battle with depression and mental stuff. But they're feeling like you left them in the cold. Like, I want to love you. Why won't you love me is kind of what I'm hearing. Why won't you love me? fears or blockages for the person that Gemini is dealing with. And I want to point out too, like, I don't know if you know this or not, like if you follow Justice League or superheroes, but this is like Swamp Thing, I guess. And I want to point out that he is underwater. So he's drowning, maybe, feeling like he's drowning in his emotions. It could be that indication of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I feel like they're like suffocating in their own. Yep, Capricorn coming up again. The damn Devil card. They are obsessed. Like, this is obsession. Could be dirty sex too, but this is obsession. And I'm definitely getting Capricorn. Because we got the King of Pentacles there, with the King of Pentacles coming up in the present energies for the mutual. Like they feel like they're stable, but they're really not. Like emotionally and mentally, they're not stable. And they're clinging on obsessively. And I want to say this is an older male dealing with a younger female. Like a male in his 40s dealing with a female in her 20s. Like, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's a big age difference. And somebody in their 40s is going to be looking for that strong, stable, secure relationship because, you know, you're approaching midlife and you want to settle down and have that security and stability in a relationship where you're not out on the dating scene. And I get that, but yeah, we have the Seven of Cups here. We have obsessive fantasies, the obsessive fantasy of being with you, marrying you. That is really unstable energy coming through for them. We've had some big readings. I am actually really surprised with these readings. Yep. King of Chalices. I'm emotionally stable. That's weird. I'm emotionally stable. You're what I want. But in truth, we're not. We're obsessive. We're daydreaming. We're fantasizing. We're obsessive, though. I think he wants to be this. Or maybe this is what he gets from you, perhaps. Because, again, we're getting that King's energy. But it's still Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So we're either dealing with a Capricorn with water and fire in their chart. So we're either dealing with a Capricorn with Aries and Cancer in their chart, or we're dealing with an Aries with Capricorn and Cancer in their chart, something like that. It could be Scorpio too, because we have a lot of Scorpio energy coming out, but I again feel like it's a time frame. So this is pretty insane. Like, you're not dealing with 3 people, you're dealing with 1 person. It's almost like they have multiple personalities. So that's gonna kind of confirm that mental instability for me. I think they're seeking emotional security, but I think the age difference has a lot to do with it. And like this obsessiveness is really making Gemini withdraw. Because you're just not on the same page. You're not ready to settle down. And I think that really messes with this person's mind. With the World here. They want a new beginning with you. Like, they want to close out this cycle and move forward. But Gemini's like, fuck, no. And they'll use any means necessary to get there. Like, the Magician in the reverse, for me, could be dangerous. Like, they'll manipulate. They'll use whatever means they have to get what they want. Super obsessive. Super manipulative. Could be even this person being narcissistic. Like, I'm the greatest thing. I'm the gift of God. Like, it's kind of what I'm getting. It's kind of creepy. It's creeping me out. This is a heavy reading, like the first Cancer reading. It's really heavy. really manipulative on their end. I don't know. Gemini just wants out. But they're hyper vigilant. Like your guys are hyper vigilant. Like you're always looking over your shoulder because you're afraid that person's going to be there. Yep. And there's the Fool. And if you look at that, she is petrified. Her Gemini has left the building. You want to run as far away from this energy as you can possibly get. So you want a new beginning, but you don't want it with this Fool. But the advice is to move forward from the situation. Move on. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Again, we already had that energy coming through in the blockages for you. And we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So they're still offering, and you're still like, no. You're like, absolutely not. They're contemplating. I get the feeling like they think they're smarter than you. With the owls there. Like usually this card in the upright is really good to me, but like with the other cards that are surrounding it, I'm not really feeling that. Like, and she's growing something, and there's knowledge behind it, but I think it's that age difference, like, or they know how to manipulate the situation with that Magician reversed. Or maybe you know, this could also be you taking on this energy. Maybe you know that you're making the right decision by not moving forward with this person. I want to point out at the bottom of the deck there, we have the Tower card in the upright. I just happened to glance down at it, and it's sitting right here in your energy, and it's shown at the bottom of the deck. So, I think, like, and that's a fearful Tower, too. Like, this is explosive, yes. But the Tower in this deck is very fearful, just like the Fool is very fearful. Like, I have to get out of here energy. Like, I have to get away. It's what I'm feeling. But you need to be smart about it. More. Ooh. One more for where you guys are meeting mutually in this. Okay. In the upright, the Nine of Swords, it's like mental torture, nightmares, that type of thing. And that's definitely Gemini energy there. There's that Wands card again. There's, you know, I'm pulling on Aries too. So this is... it's aggressive. Like, the King of Wands is hot. Like, he's a go-getter. He goes after what he wants. But this guy is going off after what he wants by any means necessary. It's very controlling. And again, like that water is coming up. And then we also have the, oh my gosh. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Aries, Capricorn, Cancer. All this could be in their chart. You have the Two of Cups reversed. Like, you've got the Wheel, the Two of Cups. Like, this is some crazy freaking energy happening here. Two of Cups reversed for me is, we are not a couple. We are not meshing. We are not. So that energy again for Gemini is stopped. Like, and you're like, leave me the fuck alone. You're coming out of this mental torture type vibe. And again, we had the 8 as well. So we're progressing from the 8 to the 9. But the 9 is now in reverse. They're wanting a completion with you, and you're just like, fuck no. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Or leave me alone. This is big energy happening here. Big energy. All right. So lastly, we're going to focus on the messages coming through for Gemini and the person that they're dealing with. This is pretty possessive, obsessive, like crazy energy coming towards Gemini. And I think Gemini is going to lose their shit if this person doesn't back off. Like, I think that it could turn into like legal proceedings, like a restraining order or that type of thing. The 9 of Pentacles. You don't want to build with them anymore. You don't want to complete the cycle with them. You're done. In the upright, that's reaping the benefits of your hard work. We have the Hermit here. And it looked like when it came out in the reverse. So I'm going to leave it in the reverse. That's us coming out of our mental break time. And we're starting to put things into action. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if Gemini were to obtain a restraining order. Because that energy is really obsessive and crazy. Nope, you have the Page of Wands. No desire for a new start. You're physically moving away from this Capricorn, water sign, Aries person. It could be the individual people. Like, they're one of those signs, or they could have all of that in their chart. Ace of Cups, I don't want this beginning. I still got a stocked energy. And the 6 of Swords, I'm moving on. Time's up, I'm gone. Fuck this, I'm out of here. Advice for the person that Gemini is dealing with. Advice. The 3 of Cups reversed. And the upright, that's kind of a coming together. Damn, Magician came out in the reverse. This is really obsessively clingy energy. I get it. I'm sorry. I'm not what you think, but he is what you think. He or she. I know I keep saying male because it's a lot of masculine energy coming through, but again, females can possess masculine energy, and vice versa. Masculine men can act, and men, gosh, I can't talk. Men can adopt and possess feminine energy, but I keep saying he, and that's just what I'm seeing in the card. So it could be either way. We could be dealing with same-sex partnerships, 2 females, 2 males. We could be dealing with male, female. It just doesn't really matter. This person is an asshole. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. But yes, the fuck they did. They hurt you in some way. You left the situation. They're begging, they're pleading. They want to be with you for the rest of their lives. There's a lot of mental instability there. There's a lot of clingy energy there. I don't like that I got that message. Like, they're willing to use any means necessary to obtain what they want. That could be very dangerous. And again, they want this emotional connection. They want, like, that's the Queen of Cups. Queen of Chalices. They want this secure, stable, emotional connection. Like, maybe you balance them emotionally, because we also have the King in the same position for their energy. Like, maybe you bring them some type of emotional stability, or they think you do, so they're clinging to you. But it's unhealthy. It's very unhealthy, and it's very frightening. Oh yeah, Knave of Pentacles. Still pulling Capricorn here, but look at how possessive this card is. This is. They want to own you. You're like a possession to them. an obsession, fantasizing about you, like controlling you. They want to control you. And on that, this might be the way that the world views them, as this nurturing, caring person, but that's not what I'm picking up at all. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords reversed. This guy's an asshole. That guy's a narcissist, most definitely. Like, I will use any means necessary. And their words are cutting. Maybe they had you stuck in your head and maybe you were fearful to leave, but now that you're out, you're like, fuck no, I don't want this anymore. And I'll recap at the end here, and I'll go over other scenarios where if it's just you by yourself or if you're just getting into dating somebody, I'll go ahead and cover those after I'm done with getting the cards all out. Because there are a few slightly different messages coming through when it comes to that, but I have to stick with the energy that's dominant, and that's what's going on right now. If you were coupled to this person, like, I really need to focus on this energy, and then I'll go back through and I'll explain, you know, if you're single and not dealing with anybody, if you're just getting out on the dating scene, if you're married to this person, because there was the Four of Wands, and this person wanted to provide security and stability. But I really don't feel it was a marriage. I think somebody might have proposed at some point. But I don't think it branched into that. Like, I don't even think that you guys... Like, I think there was a dating scenario that lasted, like, a few years. But I'm not showing anything that moved past that. Like, I don't think anybody moved in with the other person or anything like that. Even though, like, this masculine energy here on the bottom, or whoever Gemini is dealing with, wanted that, but I don't think Gemini did. The Five of Cups. So again, this is the advice coming through for both parties involved. It may lean more towards one or the other, but this is advice coming through for the month of February for Gemini and this arrogant jerk that they're dealing with. Arrogant, possessive, manipulative jerk. We had the Ace of Pentacles come up in the reverse. I can't even wrap my head around this reading right now. It's insane. Gemini, I want to say run for the hills. I really do. Yeah. Somebody's viewing you as a soulmate. They may feel like connected to you in a way that you're not feeling. I think they're so blinded by their obsession with you that they think that you're their soulmate, or they're trying to use that "you're my soulmate" to pull you back in. With the Seven of Swords. And that Empress came up reversed again. So there is not a progression in this. There is not a completion. We are not birthing new ideas. We're not... Let me put this up so you can see me. These readings have just been insane. I've had some pretty serious ones, and right now I'm feeling very worried for Gemini. Not so much the person that they're dealing with, although my readings can go vice versa, but I'm really feeling that because we had so much swords energy coming out for Gemini, like, I feel like this reading is pretty accurate in the way that it's laid out. I'm not feeling like it's that vice versa where Gemini is represented by the tarot of sexual magic. I think it's very much so the person that Gemini is dealing with. And with all that swords energy coming through, like, Gemini is very in their head. They're withdrawn. They don't want to be a part of this situation. And this person is very manipulative and very pushy and very controlling. And I'm still getting that message, like, by any means necessary. And that is very scary to me. We have Five of Cups energy coming through. And I think Gemini may feel a little bit sad about ending the connection with this person. Or this is still how this other person is feeling. That what you're leaving me in the cold, and they're pining for you, and it's a very unstable, unhealthy energy to be in. And there might be part of you that's missing them too. But I think you know that you need to make the decision to walk away. No matter how much it hurts. Like, I think that's the message. Walk away no matter how much it hurts. Because you're gonna stable out and be better in the long term. We have the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse. So we're not moving on with anything practical. We're not starting any new ventures with this person. We're not growing with this person, with the Empress reversed here. We're not growing with this person. And we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse coming up. And behind that, we have the Queen of Wands. So I think this is how it happened. Something happened explosive around November time frame. And Gemini may have felt betrayed or hurt or damaged in some way by this other person. We're now in this energy, and I want to draw your attention to the rainbow. I'm always drawn to the rainbow in this card. Like, there's hope in this situation, but and we're moving out of that scorned, hurt phase. And I think this is definitely Gemini energy. We've drawn a lot of swords here. We're coming out of that mental pain. We're coming out of that emotional pain. It couldn't have gotten any worse than this. Like, you found out that this guy or person was an absolute narcissist, and they were going to do anything they could to keep you to keep you. Like you're a possession to keep you. And we're finally realizing that we're making a good choice and we're getting out of there. But, you know, be hopeful in your transition. This person could also be hopeful that you're gonna fall for this bullshit and come back to them. But I don't see Gemini making a return. Not at all. This is some narcissistic, messed up, make you question your own reality kind of stuff happening here. It's really, it's very hard and heavy. So then following that, we had the Empress. So then nothing's growing here. You feel stifled in this relationship. You feel manipulated in this relationship. There's nothing growing. But maybe your hatred for this person, like, you still care. Like, it's heartbreaking for you, but you know you have to leave. It's kind of like that situation where, you know, somebody is with somebody that they absolutely love, but they're being abused and they're too afraid to leave. But it looks like Gemini's finally gotten that courage to leave, even though it hurts them, to let go of that love, to let go of that person. They know they have to for their own survival. It's kind of what I'm getting. And so we're not moving forward with this Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person because we know we can't. Like, it's not safe. And they could have kept you in your head with that narcissistic energy. At one point you were here, and now you're here. So you're seeing the light. You're seeing what it is you needed to learn in the situation. And you're like, hell no, I got to get out of here. You know, it could be a very abusive relationship. And that's kind of strange because I got that with Cancer's initial reading, that somebody was being abused. Whether it be Cancer or the person that Cancer was dealing with. And I can't remember right offhand who Cancer was dealing with, like what signs came up during that reading. So if this resonates with you, I would suggest that you go back and watch that initial Cancer video, not the one that says new love, but the one that says abusive partner. I suggest that you go back and watch that because you may have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or just Cancer in your chart, and that reading may give you a little bit more information in regards to where to move forward and see a little bit deeper into what's going on. I've had a couple signs where those readings are correlating with each other, like Aries and Leo. And then I just did, I believe, Libra. And I think at some point Libra came up in the Aries reading too. So that's also correlating with that Aries reading. That's why I say check your sun, moon, and rising signs, because there might be information that you're missing. Or if one of them doesn't resonate, the other ones might. But this person is definitely viewing you as a soulmate. Like, this is how they're seeing you. And like I said, you could have Cancer in your chart. And maybe this is how they're viewing you. Like, you are this beautiful creature and you set their soul on fire and they feel like this intimate connection to you. But I think it's false. Like with that Ten of Cups coming up. Like, I think it's a false, it's a facade, and they're just not seeing it. Like, they're convinced that you're their soulmate. But Gemini's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not doing this. Like, you don't own me. There was a musical where that's part of the lyrics. I hear it in my head. I think it was Grease, maybe. I don't know. But this person is very possessive, very manipulative, very controlling. I'm going to draw one more in the advice, because this is holy crap. What is the most important message that Gemini needs to hear in regards to their connection with this other person? What is the most important? Holy crap. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. You need to walk away. You need to walk away. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but we have the 9 of Pentacles coming out. So we're not, again, this came up earlier. We're not celebrating. We're not, there's no fruits to be had in this scenario, in this relationship. There's no fruits to be had. We have the King of Cups in the upright. This is an offer of love. This could be coming from them, like, please, you're my soulmate. I love you. I can't live without you. And then when you're shooting it down, you're saying, nope. Nope. Then they switch into this mode where they become manipulative and angry and controlling. Got the Hermit beneath that. And pining for lost loves from the past. Yeah. This is nuts. And then we have Judgment in the upright. So I think this is coming out that Gemini made a good decision to walk away. This is a false love for you, but it could be very obsessive and very dangerous. But there is the need. Excuse me, I don't know what the heck is going on with me. I'm not sick and I don't have allergies, but I've been sneezing through this reading and it's kind of crazy. Anyway, so they're feeling dejected and left behind, or you're feeling this way that you have to walk away. You know you have to walk away for your own survival. And I'm getting that with the 7 of Swords reversed too. Like, for your own survival, you need to walk away. They're viewing you as a soulmate. So, oh my gosh. Okay. Now I'm going to get into the energies. If you're not dating anybody and you're coming out of a situation, you are very closed off right now because you could have been dealing with this in the past. We did have the looking back on the past here in the 6 of Cups. So you could be looking back on your past and saying, I needed to walk away. I needed to be strong enough to walk away because my security and stability in my being was threatened, or it was false. Like, that's the 4 of Wands reversed. And that's supposed to be, again, our security and stability. And I think it was like a facade. So we could have, Gemini could be coming out of a divorce or a very abusive relationship, and they're trying to move forward in their lives, but they're stumbling upon roadblocks. So maybe you recently started to talk to somebody and you're starting to be triggered of this past relationship. Like, maybe they said something in passing or in joking, and it kind of triggered you to revert back to this high alert status. Like, it was like a huge red flag for you, but I really don't feel like if you're dealing with somebody in a new dating scenario that that's what they're trying to put out there. And so maybe you're seeing more into it than actually may be there. but you're hyper vigilant because you were abused in your past relationship and you're not recovered from that. So you may be having like PTSD in regards to a very abusive, manipulative relationship. And you're just trying to find your footing and move forward. But you're feeling kind of lonely and sad that you had to let go of them, and you're maybe just trying to get out there, and you have somebody coming in with an offer of love saying, you know, I feel really connected to you, and maybe that triggers you into hyper alert mode, and so you're starting to withdraw again for your own self-preservation. For those of you that are married, it looks like we're transitioning out of that marriage. Like, it's not safe, it's not secure. You have a narcissist that's controlling your every move, your every thought, your every emotion, and we're needing to get out of that. And we're trying to, Gemini's trying to find a way to get out safely, is what I'm getting. If you're dating this person, like, there was a huge age difference. I felt there was a big age difference. And that could be in all three scenarios. There's a big age difference there, and culturally and that type of thing, that age difference can cause a big problem. But I think that Gemini fell prey to the fact that this person was older than them and kind of knew better than them, so they kind of got sucked into this idea of the perfect relationship, and it turned out that this person was very manipulative and very abusive and broke Gemini down mentally, emotionally, and maybe even physically. I'm not seeing physical abuse here, but you never know with dealing with a narcissist. They usually don't physically abuse. It's more that mental and emotional manipulation that they get their high from, because it causes you to do the things they want you to do, and it makes you fearful to leave. Because they make you question your reality. They make you think you're crazy. They will even go so far as to get friends to treat you in that same way and be like, oh no, that situation didn't happen, I was there. And then you're like, were they there? So I'm getting that kind of vibe, whether you're just dating for a couple years or married. Like, I'm really feeling that for those that are coupled. But I really feel like Gemini is getting out of it. They had to find a safe way to do so. And there's stuff coming ahead for them, but it's going to be a long road. Like, there's going to take a lot of healing. And in this situation, I would recommend, contacting a therapist or a psychologist or someone to help you through it. Because when you're mentally and emotionally abused and you're manipulated in that way, you lose who you are, you lose your self-worth, you lose that ability to make proper judgments, because all that's been taken from you. So I highly recommend that if this is your situation, no matter whether it's the first, second, or third situation that I was describing in this reading, I recommend that you take time, definitely take time for self-care, withdraw for a little while, go within, find your strength. Even though this is in the reverse, like we're coming out of the mental stuckness, but I think we could learn stuff in our solitude. But if you're feeling like this in regards to the situation, like I should just go back, or you're missing them, talk to a professional, get help. Because that kind of energy could lead to self-harm and that type of thing. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself mentally and emotionally and physically. Get out, go for walks. But I know that people in these types of situations can be hyper-vigilant because they have been abused. So if you're going to go out for walks, go out with a good friend, go out for coffee. Keep somebody with you when you're going out, because you could be like hyper-vigilant, like, is he here? And it can cause you it can cause you to become agoraphobic. Like, you don't want to leave the house because you're afraid you're going to run into this person, kind of deal. So, yeah. This was one of the craziest readings. This and Cancer. The Cancer reading was pretty close to this one. So I do recommend that you go and watch that. My heart is racing. That's crazy. Okay. So I may have to redo Gemini. I'm not going to redo Gemini today because I'm running out of daylight hours and I need to spend time with my kids. Have to start getting supper ready and that kind of thing. But I may do another reading for Gemini just because this one was so specific, just like that Cancer reading. And I don't really like redoing readings, but I think in this case it's warranted because I'm picking up on some really specific stuff, and I know that's not the vast majority. That's going to be the very few. It's going to be very few of you that this reading is going to resonate with. Again, take what resonates and leave the rest. You could like be focused in the past situation where, you know, you're wanting security and stability and that type of thing. So, you know, take what resonates with the reading and leave the rest. But the messages coming through here were super strong. So I really want whoever's going through this, I really hope that you find peace and you can work through all the mental clutter and the emotional clutter and the doubt that comes with being in this type of relationship, and find your strength to move forward. Like you're already taking the steps to get out, but keep going. I want to tell you to keep going and find some help, whether that's talking to friends or a professional, but surround yourself with people that care. So that might be that Four of Wands, maybe you left and now you're staying with your parents or you're staying with your family because you had nowhere to go. Maybe you left in the middle of the night and never looked back, like you packed a small bag and just left. I really didn't feel like there were children involved in the situation, but there could be. I just didn't pick up on it. But again, I said Aries, and then Aries popped out, so who the hell knows? But whatever your situation is, whether you left in the middle of the night, you left during the day, while they were at work, you packed a bag, and you're like, I'm out of here. I can't do this anymore. You waited for your opportunity. You calculated it out. You worked it out in your head the best way to do it, and just stay strong, stay focused, and stay safe. I want to say that. Stay safe. Okay. I wish you the best, Gemini. And thank you for watching the reading. I'm very concerned. So if this is your reading, I'm more than happy to talk to you. You reach out. Like, I don't know you, but I'm here. So, yeah. I will probably do another Gemini reading if this doesn't resonate with you. And yeah, I will see you guys for March readings. Good luck.